Once upon a time, in the village of Amuocha, where the sun blazed golden and the palm trees swayed like dancing maidens, there lived a princess so beautiful yet so wicked that even the gods whispered about her. Her name was Adaeze, daughter of the great Obiageli, ruler of 7 lands. Adaeze was famed not just for her beauty but for her sharp tongue and sharper wit. 12 maidens attended to her every morning, braiding her hair with golden threads, painting her feet with henna, and feeding her ripe mangoes while she lounged on a throne of ivory. Princes from distant kingdoms traveled for days, bearing gifts of rare jewels and swift horses, hoping to win her favor. But Adaeze only laughed, tossing her head like a proud peacock. "What use is a man who cannot answer my riddles?" she would sneer, sending suitors away with bruised egos and empty purses. Then one bright morning, as the village drums echoed and the market women sang, a prince arrived unlike any other. His name was Obinna, tall as a Iroko tree, with a smile that could melt the hardest heart. He wore no gold, carried no sword, only a simple flute tucked into his waistband. When Adaeze saw him, her eyes narrowed. "Another fool," she muttered, but her maidens giggled behind their hands, for they had never seen her blink so much. Obinna bowed low, his voice smooth as honey. "Princess Adaeze, they say you are as wise as the tortoise and as fierce as the leopard. I come not with riches but with a story, one that may amuse you." Adaeze flicked her wrist, allowing him to continue. And so, Obinna began a tale so funny, so full of mischief, that even the stern-faced guards burst into laughter. The princess fought her smile, but her lips twitched. You have my attention, for now." Meanwhile, in a small hut at the edge of the village, a young woman named Nneka pounded yam with more force than necessary. She had loved Obinna since they were children, when he'd saved her from a runaway goat. Now, hearing tales of him at the palace, her heart burned. "That wicked princess will only break his spirit," she grumbled to her grandmother, who chuckled knowingly. Back at the palace, Adaeze decided to test Obinna further. She clapped her hands, and her maidens brought forth a calabash filled with scorpions and pearls. "Separate them blindfolded," she challenged. The crowd gasped, but Obinna only grinned. With a steady hand, he hummed a tune, and miraculously, the scorpions curled up asleep while the pearls gleamed brighter. Adaeze's eyes flashed. Was it admiration or annoyance? Days turned into weeks, and the village buzzed with gossip. Would Adaeze marry Obinna? Would he survive her cruel games? Then, one moonless night, Nneka sneaked into the palace gardens, determined to warn Obinna. But Adaeze caught her, her laughter cold as the harmattan wind. "So, the little mouse loves the prince too?" she mocked. Before Nneka could respond, the princess whispered a spell, and suddenly, Nneka's voice vanished. Obinna, troubled by Nneka's disappearance, confronted Adaeze. "What have you done?" he demanded. The princess smirked. "Solve my final riddle, and I'll undo it. I speak without a mouth, run without legs, and kings guard me fiercely. What am I?" The villagers held their breath. Obinna paced, then suddenly laughed. An echo. At his answer, the skies rumbled, and Adaeze's wickedness melted like dew. She fell to her knees, her curse broken. Nneka's voice returned, and the truth spilled out. Adaeze had been cursed herself long ago, doomed to cruelty unless a pure-hearted man solved her riddle. With tears in her eyes, the princess begged forgiveness. Obinna, ever kind, smiled. There is room in this world for second chances. In the end, Adaeze renounced her throne, choosing to travel and heal the land's sorrows. Nneka and Obinna wed beneath the udala tree, and the village feasted for 7 days. And as for the 12 maidens? They became storytellers, ensuring no one ever forgot the tale of Obinna's marriage to the wicked princess, where love, laughter, and a little mystery changed fate itself.